add my congratulations to others for Irene Oldfeather, not only getting this debate, but also for the power of work that she's put in with Alzheimer's Scotland and others in developing this Charter of Rights. We've already had a debate on dementia and considered some of the issues, but I think we should never forget that dementia is one of the most significant challenges facing us. When I was involved in the Timbray Commission in 1980 on dementia, the numbers then were thought to be growing quite significantly by this date. But actually we got it wrong. We underestimated it, and I suspect that we may be underestimating it again. Dementia is in part of the mirage of health, that once you deal with heart disease and maybe we can deal with cancer, the next, I think, big challenge really is dementia, and that's a growing problem. So this charter is a timely one, but I think that we should not also forget the fact that Scotland has a fairly proud record in this area, and that's notwithstanding the reports like Older and Wiser, which looked at NHS premises and the treatment of those with dementia in those premises, and the Remember I'm Still Me, the Joint Care Commission and Mental Welfare report, which looked at care homes. And clearly these two reports revealed quite significant elements that, where we need to make significant further progress, and this charter will help in that regard. But it is actually 20 years now, it's going to be the 21st year anniversary next year, of the founding of the Dementia Centre at Stirling University, which I've had some association with over the years. And that is a beacon of excellence in terms of its dealing with research, but also looking at the extremely practical measures of providing for adaptations, for support, for how carers can be supported. Indeed, they have just produced a booklet which I would commend to those interested in the subject, called 10 Helpful Hints. These are not simply anecdotes from carers. These are actually, this is actually a leaflet, a short leaflet, which is based on research, which shows how carers can deal with difficult issues like aggression, like wandering, like hallucination. And I would commend to the Minister that if we're going to send the Charter out, or if someone's going to send the Charter out to various places, that the copy of this Helpful Hints leaflet should go out to all general practitioners. Because one of the things GPs, I think, do have a problem is, once you've got a diagnosis, and that's not always that easy, but once you've got a diagnosis, is what's the next step? What do you actually do at that point? How do you actually tell the carers how to manage? How do you help the individual who, in the early stages of dementia, will of course be very aware of what's going on and is not at the stage of simply not remembering anything. There is another report that's just been published, which is the Nuffield Council on Bioethics report under Dr. Tony Hope, and I think that doesn't say anything different to what Alzheimer's was saying in their survey in terms of the things that people want. And we know that things like ensuring people have activity, ensuring that they get out and about, ensuring that they keep their social connectiveness, are all part of retaining the quality of life for dementia sufferers. I'm particularly concerned about the management of nutrition as being very important in hospital and in other institutional settings, and also in community care support, where people, if they don't eat, it's assumed they're not hungry and it's taken away, but actually they've forgotten, and they need to actually be supported in that respect. The management of pain is another very important thing. But as I said at the outset, Scotland has a proud record. The free personal care has been, I think, enormously important with this particular group. The Adults with Incapacity Act 2000 has made a huge contribution, and this charter is the next step, leading up to having a strategy, actually at the point where we've done a lot already, but we need to consider the next step. So I commend this charter to other members. Thank you.